I used to take piano lessons all the time because my grandparents were rich enough to be able to pay for them. My parents weren't, even though my dad worked 3 jobs for 6 kids, and, well, technically I owe him my life because without him I would be nothing. I used to be able to play countless songs, but now I learned I learned one hand for it because I was curious and I realized just how much of a terrible song it really is, and then realized how relevant it was to my life, which is unfortunate. So I was both. My oldest sister played it first because it's by Corks Bride, and then I played it because I liked it so much. And now I can't remember very much of it because it's been so long. So I'm trying to remember. And I have a feeling in the future I'm going to just keep forgetting. So I'm making this so I remember. Don't mind me. That's all I can remember. There used to be so much more to it. Like, that's probably not even 1/8 of the song. This next one is important to me. It means a lot to me. I don't know it by heart because it's just a few chords, but it's just, I don't want to forget. And people sometimes say, you're kind of a boring person. I'm like, no, I just have to forget or it's too difficult. It's too much for me to handle. So at some point I'll probably forget why the song meant anything to me. Maybe I'll move on and just forget about it completely. But to me, as a 20-year-old, this was important. This was really, really important. Important enough that I start to tear up. And I've been making it my goal not to show emotion because not my goal, I'm not very good at showing it anymore. I can't feel it in the inside. I'm tearing up because I know I'm supposed to be sad, and I am sad, but I don't feel that emotion. I just feel this constant just zing of something. I don't even know how to put it. I keep losing people, and I've never been able to keep a friendship for long. So I'm guessing I have to realize that the only friendship I really do have is probably myself. And that I need to be okay with that, move on from that, and realize, why do we need anyone else? And it's because, well, in the Christian faith we're wired to. We're not supposed to be alone, but I tend to be. Whether I'm just a terrible person, I think I probably am, or it's just because life happens and something else happens and another and we just kind of fade out. Or I'm just a plain old bitch. Okay. So, you are my sunshine. 1 time. It's supposed to be 3 times. Technically 9 if you go through all the chorus and the lyrics, but I won't because I don't know them all. I know this is a terrible message. Ooh. It's supposed to be a flat. as you can say in Pride and Prejudice, I can practice all I want, I'll never get that much better. And as... can't even remember her name at the moment. I've read this book 8 times. Wow, I'm very disappointed in myself. Oh, it's Lady de Caplan said, practice makes perfect, and that if I were to practice and had been able with my health, I would have been a great composer. Yeah. Ooh. I find I'm very self-conscious. Because when I'm recording, I'm like, ooh, this gotta be perfect because it's going online, but let's be honest here. The only one watching is a few people. And are you watching for this entire time? Probably not. But will you? Where are you? You're older now. You're looking back on this and probably laughing at my pain. Saying, oh, you silly girl, you just wait. Right now I'm working at U-Haul. Right now my biggest concern is moving out of my parents' house. Losing weight because I've gained 13 pounds since February. Which isn't bad. Like, it's not that bad in the grand scheme of how much I've gained in the past. But it scares me. And I think it's probably due to the lack of weed and the lack of sex that I've had in the past year. Love interest is none. And I don't think it's ever going to be again. And if it is, then man, I'm going to have to make a video on that because... wow. That means I found it. Found it once, lost it. I'm still discovering what it is every single day. I'm grateful for something I have. I hope that the people in my life that I know now and don't know anymore are happy beyond belief. I hope that the people I meet will not be negatively affected by my presence, that I will not hurt them. If people re-enter my life, I hope that I treat them right this time. I hope that whoever you are as an older self, Alexia Rose, Cherry Christina Rose Furno, I hope you learn to love yourself. I hope you don't go through with the deadline. On the deadline, it literally means deadline. Which means I'm finished my book and finished with the story of me. Unless my mind gets changed. And so far it hasn't been. I look at people around me and I watch people. That's what I do. I just enjoy watching people, getting to know people for what they can and what they're willing to give me. And I'm starting to realize that what I feel inside is completely and utterly normal and a constant thing that goes through people throughout any age, and it frustrates me. It makes me angry. But that's just how it is, so might as well pucker up, smile, and deal with it, right? What can I offer to anyone? Including myself. And because I keep forgetting, because I can't remember, because it's too much for me. I just don't. This video is going on for 10 minutes, and I guess I need to make more of these. This is my only way of being able to rant. If I rant to my friends, they don't want to listen. If I rant to my family, they just think I'm crazy and they don't understand. If I talk to my grandmother, she thinks I'm just looking for a pity party, which I'm not. This is not for pity. I don't want pity. Pity gets you nowhere. Oh, I pity you. Oh, okay. What's that gonna do? Nothing. It doesn't fix anything. I don't want pity. I just want this feeling of nothingness to go away. This feeling of total pointlessness, of being emotionless, and I say I want to feel again, but when I started feeling again and started accessing my emotions, it got to be too much for people. So do I hold them in inside and just keep them in, or should I get them out? Should I keep paying someone to listen to me? And when in reality they don't even listen to me, they're just getting through their workday? Because counseling doesn't help. You're paying someone to listen to you, and it's not worthwhile or anything. I can do the exact same thing here. I talk more here than I do to my own counselor. I try and talk to her, but she just wants the positive. Oh, you got a job, what you gonna do with the money? Okay, well, I have $20,000 of student loan debt to pay off, darling. What do you think I'm gonna do with the money? Wish I could buy weed, in all honesty. But the thing is that I don't have a single dealer. First dealer was my best friend, and then he had a friend who I got that weed from. And then for a while I was kind of bumming it off my brother, but now I got no one. I can't buy it anywhere. And I've been sober for months. I don't think drugs are an answer, but my God, do they help. And some people would get offended by that. Oh, you call them drugs, they're not drugs, or color enhancements, which they are. But in this Christian household, because I wanted to get pregnant, I had to call them drugs in my mind. That way I didn't go back to them, because I could harm the kid inside if I ever had one. But I'm not going to, so it doesn't matter. But they're color enhancers, and it's just, I'm not allowed to curse. I'm not allowed to smoke here. I'm not allowed to actually eat good, healthy food, which is another cause of my weight gain. You can't lose weight in this household. There's something wrong with this house. You can feel it. You don't understand it if you come from the outside, but coming in, you can feel it. It's a show. It's nothing but a show. And if you don't conform to that show, shit's going down. You had to put on this face and this mask around these people, because they have a certain expectation. Oh, okay, you using coins is not something we do. We never use coins in this household. Even though we probably should. No, what do we do with them? We save them all and then give them to charity at the end of the year. For Christmas. That's one of our major things that we do at Christmas, is give to the poor. Because we're so godly and shit. You constantly had to put this stupid face on and pretending that we're perfect and that we're holy and that we're so stuck up. It makes me sick. That's not how it's supposed to be, and I just wish I could just strangle my family and be real with me. But then there's a whole argument of you're not being real with us either. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to be real when you don't accept that is real? When I came back and my family learned that I was on like acid and marijuana and stuff, they were like, oh my god. My mom told me that she thought that I was a monster. That it was terrifying when I was under the influence. But the thing is I was more myself than I've ever been when I was tripping on acid and high on marijuana. So does that mean that in reality I am a terrible motherfucking person? Is this just a monster just bubbled up inside waiting to explode? I hate that. As a child, I would be able to look myself in the mirror and think, you're just Cinderella in waiting. Oh, bitch, please. Cinderella had hair, at least. I keep shaving this off out of frustration and anger. Because I feel like an outcast. And if I can prove it and show it in my hair or my outfits or something else, then I do. And then I go out into the world and feel like an outcast even more so than I usually do. But then again, if I go out and fit into what the world expects of me and what the world wants from me, I still can't even fit in. You're a fraud, you're a fraud, you're a fraud, you're a fraud. Voices in my head just chatting away. She doesn't actually want to hang out with you. Oh, they don't actually want to talk to you. What are you doing? That was extremely weird. And maybe that's normal. Maybe it is. Maybe we all have these little inner voices, the devil and the angel on our shoulders. But to me, it's more than that. Because all I've had these years are just talking to myself constantly. Never actually having someone. I did